Let's take a look at the Pro Gen 2 light. First off, you're looking at it, it does look different color on the outside than the other, so you know which one it is, that it's gold. One of the big difference right away you see is that it doesn't need the back end turn to turn on. You just push the button and it goes through the different settings. So with that, we're looking at the high, low, and pulse setting. I don't know if you can see that on the camera or not. So let's look at the first setting, which would be low. Low is almost used for everything. I recommend to use low when we're doing acupoint work, so anything that has a number to it. It works very well for the carotid artery for doing antiviral. You can also use it around the eyes. It's not so bright that you can't do it, can't hurt your eyes. You can also close the eyelid and use it right over the eye if you want to, or from the side of the eye. So it does everything that our standard light used to do. And it also can do, you can see it still is about twice as strong, so it still has some pretty good depth of penetration to it. So the design is a little different, where it's a single penetrating type bulb instead of the 5 broad base bulb. Standard light is still very good. I love using the two together because they do the linking, in which we'll talk about in another video. The high is giving you a lot more. As you can see, my whole, everything is starting to where you could actually put it on your wrist. I don't know if you can in this light, but you can see through, you might be able to see through my wrist of what's going on here. Giving you lots and lots more penetration that you're looking for. And when I like using this is when I have an area that really needs more energy, faster and quicker. So remember, whenever we want to do any kind of work on ourselves or animals or anything, we're trying to create what's called joules of energy, which is the amount of energy that produced before it starts doing the healing process. So the higher the milliwatts of power is, the quicker you're going to get done. So on low, we're running at 200 total output milliwatts of power, about twice as strong of what the standard light used to be. And on high, I'm running at 700 milliwatts of power, about 200 milliwatts more than what the old Pro light used to be. The other advantages on this thing is a very smart light. So it has 2 computer chips in it and a capacitor in it that always maintains 100% of the battery output. So you're getting 100% of your output all the way time to the end of the battery. Not where it just does a quick gun first and then drains down later. All right, the other thing is that you don't have to turn it off and on anymore, you just push the button. So the pulse, which is a universal healing frequency that I've developed, this will help older injuries, injuries that are chronic, maybe even injuries that have some kind of emotional issue, baggage attached to it. It tends to help to take care of that, like scars or injuries that you've gotten and you have, it's sticking around and it has not gotten rid of for you. That's the great uses of the pulse. Now it's running at about the same as the low. It's running at that milliwatts of power. And the other thing that the pulse is really good for is arthritis. When you got injured stuff that's really hurting, it tends to really do a good job on the arthritis in the hands and the fingers. So you could use it for that. In the knee or the back or different areas like that, shoulder. So I use this, to go through one more time, I use the low on almost everything except for when I need deeper, quicker, faster penetration, thick muscles, tendons, areas where I need to get there quicker. I'm going to use the high for that. I don't want to use it all the time because this is it. It's using more power when you're on high. And that energy has to go somewhere. We're the only company that has a patent on not having the energy come out or the heat coming out the front side of it, so it goes into the unit as a heat sink. So leaving it on high all the time, the housing will get warm to the touch. But I recommend to put it on low first. If you do get your unit and it is on high, simple way to put it on low, so I'll put it on low right now, is once it's there, is hold your button down for 15 seconds. And 15 seconds seems like a long time. You'll see it flash twice. that converts it to the opposite way, where if it was on high, now it'll be on low. If it was on low, like now mine's going to be on high and now low. So I'll do it one more time, just holding the button down, keeping it there, keep it still. I like to put my hand out so I can see it. Now I'm back to where it's low first and then high. So it automatically goes to low. So if it does switch on you for any reason, that's all you got to do to bring it back. And that's how you use the 3 different settings on our new Pro Gen 2.